Okay, so I'm back. Let's get into it. So, a couple of things.
One face near left edge.
Oh my gosh,
Speech off.
you know how I forget about voiceover. Anyhow, I'm still rocking the Dior lip gloss, the Zodiac Addict, number 711, and of course I picked up at Bloomingdale's. But pretty much, I think everyone has a Dior counter. Nordstrom, let me see, I think Macy's might, depending, like maybe if you're at a Galleria in Texas, or if it's an original Macy's full line store like Lenox Square. I know Macy's.com offers it. Another store, of course, Neiman's has it. um, Saks has it. Sorry for the background, I'm on hold. I told you guys I'm serious about that hold life. Anyhow, so yeah, still rocking the lip gloss. Still got the Ferragamo shades on this morning. And let's just get into it. So, before I go to bed, I really am an advocate of planning ahead and preparing. That's the only way that you will be in the position to win, to really accomplish the things that you have set out for your day. You have to plan and prepare. Like, there's no way to get out of it. And relying on last minute or I'll get to it will always put you in a place of delay and frustration. It's just too much stress, and there's too many variables. There's things that pop up all day long that will get in the way of your I'll get to it list, right? So there's some things that we just have to set in stone, and um, our our fitness, our health, our nutrition, our hydration, our energy, our atmosphere, those are non negotiables. You have to make your mind up. And not making a decision is making a decision, whether you know it or not. If you're not making it a priority, then it's not. And that means that whatever the results of that is, you're okay with it because you haven't made that a priority. You haven't said, okay, this is a non negotiable, and I prepare for these things because this is my lifestyle. This is my goal. This is my standard. This is my minimum, you know? And so planning and preparing goes hand in hand. With that being said, I am a huge advocate of detoxing, because we live in an extremely toxic world and toxic society. And because so many people are self medicating, whether that's the street drugs, pharmaceutical drugs, a blend, okay, the water source is highly contaminated. And even with the water department's filtration system, there are just things in the water that are not being taken out, and you need a probiotic regularly, because some of the prescription drugs, some of the things that you're taking, your body does not possess the capacity to remove it from the bloodstream, to remove it from the body, because it's so harsh and it's so toxic, that it's not safe for the body to transmit and move that forward. So it will not. It'll collect in the colon, and it will wait until you provide that catalyst to help, to assist, to to properly remove this toxin from the body, like a steroid. You know, steroids are extremely devastating, catastrophic to the human body. Your body's like, woo, get, and it'll collect all the fat, anything that's associated to fat. It will collect it, and it will cover the organs, and it will stay in that position as long as the presence of that steroid is in the body. And so, anyhow, I'm going to do a video on how steroids are affecting you, and how this is another reason why you can't seem to get lose weight, and why you've suddenly gained weight. All right, so be looking for that video. And let's stay on topic. So what I do before I go to bed, I make sure that I put about 7 different drinks by my bed. I actually, if I had a larger bedroom, I would have like a small little pantry in here, maybe a little refrigerator. I don't like refrigerated drinks. I prefer room temperature, and overall, it's a better choice because your body doesn't have to spend time and energy warming the water or the fluid up to your body's temperature before it can utilize it. So to break that down on simple terms is, let's just pretend that you've taken in 10 ounces of water and it's cold water, right? And so now, your body temperature, average body temperature is 98.6, between 98.6 to 99.6 degrees, depending on where you live. Okay, great. Now, if you just put this ice cold bottle of water in your body, which means that it's 36 degrees Fahrenheit or less, right? In order to freeze the water, we have to go into freezing temperatures. So that means this water is at a point of 36 degrees or less. When you dump that in your body, boom, you've cooled the body down, which has brought your body temperature down. Now your body's working using energy, using units of energy, units of heat to bring it back up. By the time the body has warmed this 10 ounces of water, you may end up getting 5 ounces of usable water. So if you imagine every time I put a cold product in my body may only get the benefit of 50% of what I put inside of me. Plus, you may have lost nutritional value. You may have lost during that heat up process. You may have lost some of the vitamins, some of the minerals, some of the nutritive value may have been lost during that process as well. So, oh, I just had my, smoothie. I just had my 32-ounce smoothie, but you may have only gained 10 ounces of benefit out of the whole 32 ounces of a smoothie. And then if you're not drinking enough water for your body to excrete the remainder, the 22 ounces that didn't serve you, then it's collecting in the intestines. And you really need to understand your intestines stretch out to be 1 mile long and can hold up to 10 years of waste. So it's very possible in every day that you're not having your bowel movement after every meal and you're not having 8 to 10 urinations. All of those things are collecting in the body. And I'll do another video about how that is affecting you, and you will be amazed. Okay, so back to the subject. So what you want to do is drink as many room temperature and warm beverages as possible throughout a day. That is why when I tell you that you need a mixed diet, when you need to get comfortable with having 3 to 5 pieces of fruit, 3 to 5 different things at each meal setting. Lunch and dinner should always accompany a soup and a salad. It's not an either or. It's not, oh, I just had the salad and I'm good. Or, oh, I just had soup and I'm good. No, you should have a soup and you can have a cup of soup versus a bowl of soup. You don't have to have a large soup, but you need to have a soup. And you should start off with your soup because that gets your body ready in the mode of digestion. Then you can have your salad and always go with the clear or green or brown dressing. No creamy dressings. If you can't see through it, it's no good for you and it's mucus causing, which interferes with your goals, right? Your body goals. Mucus traps bacteria, which traps fat, and it just keeps going. Okay, guys? So we don't want mucus causing, mucus forming, mucus barriers. We don't want that in our bodies. We want no mucus. We want disease-free, alkaline bodies. Okay, guys? Those types of bodies continue to detox and they stay within the range that's best for your body type. Okay, so that's what we want to do. Okay, so with that being said, as far as keeping up with room temperature foods and having a balanced diet and making sure that our main meal has color variety here. We should always have a green vegetable on our plate. One or two green vegetables is perfect. We should always have a protein on our plate. Our brains function off of protein and sugar. Natural sugars though. So everything that you eat is going to ultimately turn into, the remainder of it will be sugar. And that is what your body, your brain functions off of. So there's no need for alternative sugars, sweets, and things of that nature, because all it does is affect your blood sugar, and it is not a nutrient that, it's not a nutritive um, contributor to your body. So what I'm saying is, it's not adding to you, it's decreasing you, and it's also attacking your organs. White sugar, white flour, white products, they're no good for you. They have no nutrition. And believe it or not, white sugar is one chemical component away from being crack cocaine. So, when you start understanding your choices versus what you think that you're doing, you'll start picking what makes sense, and you'll stop desiring things that are against you, your goals, are against your nature, are against, you know, um, everything that you're desiring for yourself. Okay, so we have the colorful food plate. We have our, I don't go for imbalance in any aspect of my life. So I don't recommend to you all to eat things that are debatable in origin, like broccoli, like spinach. Anything that's like a high estrogen or high testosterone food, I don't recommend that you're eating those things. You need to eat foods that have a balance. Yes, it can be an excellent source of something, like carrots are an excellent source of vitamin A, right? But it doesn't need to be a food that's all this is. The only thing you're going to get out of carrots is vitamin A. Nope, that's not true. You're going to get a ton of nourishing when you decide to drink carrot juice. And I would encourage you to drink carrot juice, actually, all of us, because it regenerates cells, it resets the body, and it puts the body in the position of healing and renewing. So definitely you feel different and you see the effects in all aspects of your body. Diabetics, people that are losing sensitivity, you can't really feel things, you're not able to grip like you used to, your feet have interesting tingling sensations, things of that nature. You're struggling with your vision, blurred vision, distorted vision, stagnant vision, all those things, double vision. It does a multitude. Not only does it do that, persons that are in precancerous or postcancerous conditions, that's your livelihood right there. The carrot juice, it truly heals the body, restores the body. It puts your body in a position to produce healthier cells faster. There's just so much you can say about carrot juice, but I don't encourage you all to eat things that are ambiguous in origin, meaning we're not quite sure where this came from. We're not quite sure where spinach came from. We're not quite sure where broccoli came from. We're not quite sure where these Atlantic fish came from, farm raised. We're not quite sure what does that mean. When you're reading labels, make it make sense. Uh, it's a Pacific fish, but it was processed in China and it's been delivered from Indonesia. Why? Why did a Pacific fish that came from Southern California need to be transferred to China and then sent back to Indonesia for packaging to land at your Oklahoma Walmart store? That doesn't make any sense. No. And don't say cost or nothing like that, or trying to benefit other countries through work and stuff. No, employment. Stop it. No. So, yeah, it's really important that you prepare and that you plan, and that you take it seriously and you make it a priority. So when I go to bed, I have several bottles of water by my bed. I have a goal to drink a full bottle of water before I go to sleep. I also have my protein shake. They're already by my bed. So when I get up in the morning, I wash my face, brush my teeth. I like to rinse my mouth before I brush my teeth. I feel like it just helps give you a deeper cleaning. It just helps remove a lot of waste out of your mouth before you go in and then brush. So I like that. I like to use a rinse after as well. So and I like to brush my teeth a lot of times a day. And I like to use the oscillating toothbrushes they're not expensive at all. They're like $5. The ones I get at a Kroger is actually the Kroger brand oscillating toothbrush. So it just has a little switch on there, and it just vibrates, and the little bristles, and so it's like your gums are getting this massage, but it increases the circulation. So if you have an issue, like you're a person who gets a lot of cavities, get you an oscillating toothbrush and get you some Sensodyne or something equivalent to that. If you don't want to use traditional toothbrush, Tom's has natural toothpaste, and it has things like cavity protection, fights against plaque, restores, repairs, renews, whitens, brightens, complete care, all that type of stuff with peroxide. Get into that. Yeah, and if you struggle with cavity and gum health, rinse with peroxide just a little bit. You can even swallow like a fourth of a teaspoon. So that's the smaller spoon, and I'm talking just like a fourth of it. So imagine you cut that teaspoon up into fours. That's it, just a taste, like a drop. But if you're not ready for that, and don't do anything you're not ready for, just do the rinse and move on. Okay, and be blessed. So, a couple of waters that I'm into are the Essentia. I like the Himalayan waters that have the pH. So, I'm an advocate of pH between 8 and 9.5. Anything under 8 for me is just not acceptable. It's not a benefit. And so, for you to understand why I say that, alkalinity starts at 7.35. So, a company can mark their product as an alkaline water as long as it's beyond 7.35. So if you have alkaline water at home right now, pick that bottle up. You should see the pH level at the bottom of the front of the bottle, or you can find it at the back. And if your water says something like 7.37, you've been scammed. Like, no, you need to not buy that anymore because it's not benefiting you. It's not helping you detox. It's not putting your body at a place of lower toxicity or releasing toxins. It's not helping you digest foods, processed foods, vitamins, minerals. It's not doing that. It's just coming in and going back out, or raising your toxicity level, which is thickening the blood and keeping you on those blood pressure pills that you hate so much, that you really wish you could get off of, that your doctor said you probably only have to do for like 30 to 60 days, and it's been 3 to 6 years and all that. These are the reasons why, because the things that you're doing, thinking that you're doing and making great decisions, are not, they're not. So you need to read your labels and really see, is this a pH 8 or not, or above 9.5? I do not recommend pH 10 unless you are in, or you're borderline um, in an emergency, a medical emergency, meaning like your blood pressure has been, so normal average blood pressure is 120 over 80, and they'll start saying that you have high blood pressure once you start reaching 130, leaning towards 140 over 90, 5. They'll start saying, we need to work on this, we need to lower this, we need to keep, and they'll tell you, exercise, increase your vegetables, lower your stress, things of that nature. You need to, if you're struggling with high blood pressure, you need to change your water source, and you need to be working actively every day on consumption. 2, 3, 4 liters of water. You should go to bed with a gallon of water by your bed, distilled, and you should be working on that every 24 hours. You should be on the next bottle of water. So if you get up, your goal is to get half of that gallon done by lunch, no later than 2 p.m., 3 p.m. You're done with that half gallon, then you're taking down the other half gallon by the time you're going to bed at 9 o'clock at night, right? So, yeah, definitely you've got to prepare, you've got to plan. Accessibility is key, right? So, the greater access, the more you'll utilize it. The easier it is to get to it, the more you'll do it, right? The less obstacles in your way, the more you'll indulge, you'll embrace, you'll receive that benefit. So, anyway, I'm gonna show you guys really quickly. I would show you like what looks like over here, but no, I'm not ready for that. Y'all know how I am. As a matter of fact, let me
Speech on. Stop recording video. Button.
I need to
Selfie zoom. Zoomed in. Centered.
okay, good. So
Stop. Take picture.
okay guys, so
Near. Speech off.
oh no.
Speech on. Stop recording video.
Oh no,
Button.
it's
Speech
still okay,
off.
great. It's still recording. So anyway, this is the essential water that I drink right now. This is a pH 9.5. This is 1 liter bottle. Okay, I just buy a bunch of them because it's easier for me to know. Bow, I took down 3 of those. I'm finished. That's 3 liters. Or I just get a full gallon of water. I don't have a full gallon of water right now. Another water that I drink is this Simple Truth. Simple Truth water is distilled water, and it says it on there. And I take distilled water with all my vitamins. This is the water you take with your medications. If you're wondering why it takes so long when you want to take a Benadryl or whatever it is you like to take, a herbal supplement or a colon cleanse, or you're taking your vitamins but you really don't see the benefit, it's because you're not drinking the right water with those supplements or medications, or you're a person that want to take a pill with a Coke. Not gonna work with the Diet Pepsi. Not gonna work with milk and juice and all that. And believe it or not, juices are neutralizers. Most of them have white sugar in them, and so that neutralizes, which means it cancels out your medications and your vitamins and your minerals. So if you're taking that vitamin and you took that juice with it, you just did nothing. So you just dropped another mass in your stomach that is going to have to try to work really hard to get it out of your body because it can't use it because there's nothing there to use. White sugar is just terrible for you. Really, really work hard on canceling using additional sugars when you cook in your food. And if you have to, use honey from the state that you live, and use molasses, or use 100% maple syrup. And you'll be shocked how you only have to use 1 teaspoon of maple syrup for anything. I don't care if you're making a pie. It sweetens everything perfectly. Those cups and cups of brown sugar and white sugar and all that mess that we used to do. No, 1 teaspoon of maple syrup and your peach cobbler is hitting. Okay, it is winning. Delicious. Okay, so that's another one. Let me show you guys really quickly. Okay, so I drink vitamin water. I know, I don't know. There's an argument about it. Some people will say this is a chemical water. Some people will say, it's great marketing. It's a great name, but the product is poo-poo, whatever. The only one that I drink is this one right here. Sorry, I almost dropped this on the ground. I hope you guys can see it. But this is the only one that I drink. It's the Tropical Citrus Energy. Not only does it taste great for me, it helps me get hydrated when my body does not want regular water. And sometimes your body don't want it. the Glam Twins, I watch them all the time. They drink a pitcher of water each every day. They put fruits and vegetables in their water to give them when they want to break up the monotony. They want to have some flavor and they just want to get their water down. So they'll put slices of cucumber. I've seen blueberries and strawberries in their water, and it really does make a difference. I've stayed at some hotels where they put slices of pineapple and mango, and I've worked some places where they put that in their water. Now, one thing that's scary, though, I will tell you this, you might want to think twice about drinking people's water that has fruits in them, because one place that I worked, I was drinking that water like nobody's business. It smelled great, it tastes great. They were always putting this pineapple mango blend in the water, right? Great. One day they ran out of the blend and they just had that water. When I tell you, the smell of the water was unreal and the taste was disgusting. I was like, wow, I've been drinking sewer water all this time, and these fruits had the capability of neutralizing the smell and making this a desirable experience. And this was pure trash the whole time. So, ever since that happened to me, I don't go out drinking people's water with the fruit anymore. I don't care if I'm at your house, I don't care if I'm at the restaurant. I don't do that anymore. What I'll have them do is bring me out the water by itself and then bring me a saucer of fruit, and then I'll add the fruit to my water myself after I've seen what you got going on. Once I've evaluated your water, if I'm going to do that, because I really don't drink anybody's water at these restaurants and stuff. Now, I will say Starbucks has some great water. I actually love their water. I think they use an alkaline system. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but their water is really good. And I used to go over there because they would have these refresher drinks, and they would have these lemons and these lime slices, and they'd be like the dried lemons and limes. And I would go and I would ask them for a large water with the lemon and lime slice in there. It was first, it was free, then they start charging like 54 cents. Who cares? It was delicious, and then it got so popular that they stopped selling it. They got rid of the lemons and the limes, and they stopped selling it. And it's because they're losing money. People tend to pay attention to whatever I buy, and it sells like hotcakes. And I'm in the mall all the time. I used to work in the mall and all that. And so, what does this lady have? And then, and then now I'm drinking the pineapple ginger matcha, which is green, right? And some, if they don't have the pineapple ginger, then I'll get dragon fruit, the dragon fruit mango matcha, and it's still green, but it has chunks of mango and the dragon fruit in there. It's really good, and people are staring like, oh, what is that? It's green, but I drink it all the time, so now it's catching on, and that's great. But those are things that you can pick up while you're out and about, and stay hydrated and keep your body at a place of detoxifying and enjoying it. Okay, so I just showed you guys that. Now let me show you all my protein shake, which I've showed you before in another video, but I already drank the one that I had right here. So let me just open up. So here, no matter of fact, let me just show y'all. So it comes in this 4-pack. I pray to God you can actually see this. I don't know, I'm just living by faith here, but it's the Evolve plant-based protein shake. I like the double chocolate one, and there's no dairy, no soy, no gluten, and the list goes on and on and on. At Target, the 4-pack is like $7.99, and I hope it's not like blurry or whatever. But at Target, let me show you guys this other side, because I don't know if that was the front or the back, but at least you can kind of look and see. And when I get it together, I'll try to do better about putting links of stuff in my description box. But yeah, now let me show you guys vitamins. that I'm taking too. And I have all of these things lined up right by my bed. So as soon as I get up, or if I wake up in the middle of the night thirsty or whatever, I don't have the whole sleepy thing going on, like, oh, I'm sleepy, I don't feel like it. I'll just do it tomorrow. I just had my vitamin. Oh well, I think I lost it, guys. I think I lost it. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So let me see here. I hope this is right. Here it is. This is the Alive Women's Chewable Vitamin. This is another dairy-free, soy-free product. I don't know if you guys can really see it well, but I hope you got to see it. And then, oh no, I can't show y'all my room. I'm not ready for that. And then here's these Simple Truth. Here's these Simple Truth vitamin C chewables that I talk about that are at Kroger. And these mugs are delicious. I'm like, you're supposed to only eat like 2 or 3 a day. I eat like 10. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I think they're so freaking good. It's like I eat one and I'm like, ooh, that was so good. And it's so small. They're little mini slices of oranges. That's what they look like visually. But they're so small. You know, and it's like you get that 4 or 5 chew and it's done. And you're like, wait, I wanted a little bit more. And like 10 later, it's like, okay, oh well. I'll do
Speed
better
centered.
tomorrow.
Face near left edge.
Okay,
Stop recording video. But near face near left edge.
let me get me back.
Centered.
Okay, there
One
we
face
go.
and stop recording video. Button. Speech off.
Let me get me back together over here, guys. So that's me letting you into a little bit of the things that I do for preparing and planning. I keep waters with me, and I keep snacks with me too. Another thing that is key to my morning and my evening routine is ending it with a warm tea and beginning it with a warm tea. If you're struggling to get those bowels moved, stop with the harsh over-the-counter drugs, the milk of magnesia, the X-Lax, the Fiber One, and all this other stuff. You're like, I don't have bowel movements. You really need to de-stress. You really need to start taking sit-down baths with Epsom salt. And you really need to find a way to clear your mind. I would really encourage massage therapy on a regular basis, positive psychology sessions. You need to talk to someone that you feel safe with, that you feel comfortable with, that you don't feel anxiety with. You can say what you need to say. And you need to start your day off with warm beverages, not coffee. To my coffee drinkers, you need to drink your 2 liters of alkaline water before you start with your coffee. And if you're like, oh, I can't drink water, then you need to exercise. When you wake up in the morning, you need to get on that elliptical, get on that treadmill. You need to go outside, walk around the neighborhood real quick at a consistent pace. And you need to build up that thirst, that desire to drink. And so, with that being said, you get up, you turn on that tea kettle, or you get that stainless steel pan out, you put your water in there, you warm that water up. It doesn't take long, like 2-3 minutes. And you make yourself an apple cider vinegar tea. And you put your little honey in there. And yeah. And the next thing you know, you're having a bowel movement. Now, another thing that's really important is that you're not only taking sit-down baths at night, you're taking showers in the morning. So when you get up in the morning and you go in the kitchen and you warm your water and you make your apple cider vinegar tea or your detox tea or your herbal tea, any of these things are acceptable, right? Then you get, after you have that drink, then you get on that treadmill or that elliptical, or you do that power walk through your neighborhood. You come back, you need to take your shower, you need to reset, regroup, you need to claim your day, right? And prayerfully, you've meditated when you first got up, you've prayed, you've aligned yourself with your will, with your goals, with your beliefs, right? Yeah. And then you go forward. Now, once you've had that warm drink, you will have a bowel movement that will push out everything that your body's worked so hard to accomplish overnight. That will go on and push out those bowels, and they'll push out and excrete those toxins, and then you can have a so much better day. You feel so much more alert, awake, receptive, open. You feel so good when you've taken these moments, you've prepared, you've executed, and now you can embrace the day, and you can go through different ups and downs without being so emotional, so irritable, so anxious, so panicked, so starved. You can go forward in your day with balance, and be that subtle, and that subtle consistency that you need, that your atmosphere needs, that your coworkers need, that your spouse needs. You can facilitate something that residually benefits you all day when you prepare and you plan, and you're not rushed, and you're not running out the door. No, then when you finish exercising, now, okay, what am I having for my breakfast, right? And then you have that piece of fruit, you have that hot or cold cereal, you have that toast with the fruit preserve or the apple butter, you have that scrambled egg or boiled egg with the onions and the garlic, and you enjoy. You take your time. You have that garlic salt or that garlic pepper in your eggs, and you have that grits or malto meal or hot barley soup or whatever. I mean, cereal, whatever matters to you. Some people like brunch for breakfast, so they're having the salmon croquettes with the hash brown, or the breakfast potatoes with the onions and the bell peppers, or they're having the jasmine rice with the ginger Alaskan salmon, or Pacific Reds, Atlantic, what's it called, or the red snapper, the Floridian red snapper, right? They're having the fruit, the cut up cantaloupe, and the honeydew melon, and the pineapple, and the mango, and the red grapes, or the black grapes, or the blackberries, or the blueberries. Like, they're having a collective, of fresh fruit, and it feels great. So definitely prepare, plan, make time. You're the priority. If you don't invest in yourself, you cannot effectively invest in others. So if you haven't set those parameters, okay, I go to bed by 9. That means at 7 you're in the house. You've already finished eating, you're finishing up eating, because you need to take your bath by 7:30. You need to put your waters, your vitamins, everything. You need to have that lined up by the bed. You need to shut your devices, your technology down, because you need to be asleep by 9 p.m. And then you get up by 4 a.m. because you need to be at work by 9, right? And so you get up at 4 a.m. and you start your process. You have your beverages, you drink your warm drink, and you do your exercise, and you have your breakfast, and you keep that positive relationship going. You are the first line of defense. You matter. You are the priority, and you cannot give others what you don't have. If you do not have balance, if you do not have peace, if you do not have nutrition, if you do not have sanity, if you do not have rationality, you cannot give it to others. If you do not take time to love yourself, to get to know yourself, to say, hey, I don't like breakfast burritos. I don't. I don't like that. I don't like chimichangas. I don't, but I do like chorizo. I do like chorizo. I don't like cereal. No, I don't. But you keep feeding yourself that because that's all that's there, and your wife, your husband, your kids like it, and nobody, picked you up anything, and you didn't have time because you end up working late, and blah blah blah, and you never communicated. You never communicated, hey, are you at the store? When next time you go to the store, could you pick me up some tortillas because I want to make some wraps? Or, hey, I'm doing something different. Can you pick me up some red potatoes because I want to have some sauteed potatoes with my breakfast in the morning? Hey, I mean, what I'm saying is, instead of being online, scrolling through social media and wishing for the life, wishing that you had the skin, the hair, wishing that your nails would grow like this person's, wishing that you had the fuller lips or the smaller nose or the cheekbones or the eye shape or the breast or like all that stuff like that. Embrace who you are and what you have and plan and prepare. I guarantee when you make time for that, you have less time to covet thy neighbor. You have less time to wish that you were all of these different things because you're living your wishes now. Now you're out here doing what it takes to be desirable and to live the undesirable life because you've made it a standard, you've made it a priority, you've demanded it, you've required it of yourself. And then others will be like, oh, well, that's what they do for themselves. This is what they do for themselves. Oh, let me make sure. And then sometimes people will join in with you. Oh, babe, I noticed ever since you've been putting the water spots yourself, I started doing that, and you know what? I feel so much better. It makes such a huge difference. Oh wow, you getting up and going power walking again today? Let me go with you. Wow, that's improve your relationship with your significant other because now while y'all out there power walking, you're talking about stuff that you don't normally have time to talk about. You're planning things. You're finding out things that you didn't know about, that you never thought about. You're laughing together. Yeah, you're sharing quality time and moments that matter, right? So anyway, I hope that you all have enjoyed this video. This is one of many more to come. Remember, we're on our way to 35 videos by tomorrow, and we're getting there. So continue to please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to donate to our fund for the visually impaired in technology, training, and accessibility. I appreciate every single thing you do. And leave your comments, leave your questions for my Q&A video. All about me, who I am, where I come from, education, so on and so forth. I'm really looking forward to doing that video and any collaborations that you guys might want to see. People that you would suggest, like, you know what, watching your channel, I really would love to see you and this other YouTuber do a video together. I think that would be so amazing. Like, I think this would be a good look. Or have you ever considered, like, give me some ideas, guys, point me in the right way. This channel is all about blessing, you all. I want to give you the content that you love, and I'm definitely loving providing this content for you all. All right, have a wonderful Saturday, and depending on where you live, you should be thinking about lunch by now, right? We should have had breakfast. We definitely should have had our first piece of fruit or working on that. And we should be thinking about what are we doing for lunch. And just in case you don't know, lunch is between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. By 3 and 4 and 5, you should have had your second piece of fruit of the day, and you should be thinking about dinner. And dinner should be done between 5 and 7 p.m. No later than 8 p.m. You should be finished with dinner. Why? Because we get rest. We get rest on this channel. We get quality rest. Yes, we do. And if you want more information, definitely check out my videos on how I lost 30 pounds in less than 30 days. I have another video on why do I keep gaining weight, where I'm the largest that I've ever been, and I live a pescatarian, vegetarian, or vegan lifestyle. There's definitely some really, really good tips there. There's another video that I've done on why can I not seem to break the cycle of headaches and migraines? Definitely check those out. There are some eye-opening moments there that will definitely change and transform your life. All right, blessings.
Speech on. Stop recording video.